news leader. This is Live 5 News.
Thousands of teachers from across South Carolina are rallying at the State House right now, and many wondering, where is State Superintendent Molly Spearman? We have live team coverage this afternoon from Columbia.
And the warm and dry weather continues across our areas, but when is that next chance for rain? I'll let you know coming up.
Plus, police are revealing new details about the man accused of gunning down at people on the campus of UNC Charlotte. It is a historic day at the South Carolina State House. An estimated 10,000 teachers are there right now for the all-out rally. The State Department of Public Safety tweeted this video of the crowd a short time ago. We have live team coverage now at noon. Many teachers had to give up a day, a personal day, to make this trip up to Columbia. We want to start with Colby Satterfield, who is there at the State House reporting for us live. Colby?
Kyle, yes, a lot of teachers here. It is a sea of red in Columbia. Everywhere you look, sidewalks all around the State House, in the street, a sea of red. Look for yourself. I've never seen a crowd this large. Someone came on the speaker a little while ago and said nearly 10,000 people here rallying for education, a sea of red. And it's been this way all morning, you know, driving up, cars on the interstate. You can look in and you can see people in red, people riding on the cars, and teachers that I have talked to here, specifically Charleston County School District teachers, they say seeing that driving up and getting here and seeing this is incredible. They say they were sad to leave their students for a day, but say this is worth it. This is important for their future. Now, I talked with teachers from Wando, and we got some numbers from CCSD a few days ago that 582 teachers had requested a substitute teacher for this day. A teacher I talked with said at Wando alone, she got an email that 30 teachers were gone. She said normally that number is, 3 to 5 teachers. So that shows you per school how many went. And we know that the district was aware of this and was calling in more subs. And this is why you can see just how many people are here, and we've been talking with these teachers, all of them holding signs, shirts, supporting education, and they've been rallying for this now for several hours here. Our Caitlin Stansel is here too. I'm going to send things over to her now. Hey, Caitlin.
Yeah, Colby, this crowd is so large, it's really hard to grasp just how many people are here on the State House grounds. You see this sea of red here behind me, right in front of the State House steps facing Main Street here in downtown Columbia. But Dorchester District 2 was the first in the Lowcountry to close ahead of this huge teacher rally. The district superintendent is even here in support. Board members are here in support of these teachers at Dorchester District 2. And I'm standing right here by a hot spot on the State House grounds. This big banner that everyone is coming to sign that says hashtag fully fund education. And DD2 teachers with Dorchester District 2 say that this is a big part of what they are advocating for right now as one of the districts in the state that is the lowest funded. Funding is so important, so critical to DD2, and I've spoken or talked to several teachers here from DD2. They say they feel very supported by their board members, by this district. Again, many of them coming out here to stand beside their teachers. And I do have one of those teachers here with me. This is Trevor Etmanon with Ashley Ridge High School. And for you, why was it so important to be here today?
So first and foremost, I'm an area representative for SC for Ed, so I'm really here to support my peers and representatives. I am also here as a proud advocate for my community, my school, and my students, really, and that was very important to me. Really what we're here for is advocating for our students.
And what is the most important thing, the most important message that you hope lawmakers take away from this huge group that is out here?
I think there are really two big asks for the day, and this is so incredible. The first one is really that we want the legislature to know that the reforms that are being proposed right now are not good enough, that our students, our communities deserve better. The second thing that we want is the legislature to fully fund education in the state of South Carolina, something that they have not done for many, many years. And that's something that we think as reps for SC for Ed and as teachers will really help us to provide the best opportunities for every single student.
And as a DD2 teacher, talking about that funding, you know, your district is kind of in a unique position to really see the biggest impact.
Right, we are. So we're one of the lowest funded districts in the state of South Carolina. So when the state fails to fully fund education, we're one of the districts that feel it most. So this fight, I think, is even more powerful, which is why we saw such great support from our administration, from our superintendent. So it's worth taking the makeup day.
And a big crowd of Dorchester District 2 teachers out here on the State House grounds today, all of them, again, rallying for teacher pay among a long list of things. And a lot of the underlying parts of all of this is for the students. Again, we told you last night that those students will have to make up the missed class time for today on June 7th with a half day, and teachers will be making up that missed class time with a work day on June 10th. But our Bill Sharp is also out here field anchoring from the State House grounds. I'm going to toss it over to him.
Caitlin, thank you. It is hot, it is humid here at the state capitol, and it is noisy. I feel like I'm at a Clemson, Carolina football game. Every time one of the speakers, and there are 11 of them, every time one of the speakers says something the crowd likes, there is a roar like that's going up right now. It is crazy to be here. We're in a sea of red shirts. The red shirts are teachers from all across South Carolina, thousands of them who've come here to rally and protest, some carrying signs. One of my favorite signs says, "I shouldn't have to marry a sugar daddy. I shouldn't have to marry a sugar daddy to be a teacher in South Carolina." Michael Higdon is live here with me in the middle of this mess. Michael, what have you seen so far? It's a crazy scene.
Bill, it has been absolutely powerful here at the state capitol today. You mentioned it. It is nicknamed famously hot. These teachers have been out here since 9 o'clock this morning. They are expected to go until 2:30 this afternoon, chanting, really rallying the people behind their cause. One teacher told me it is not about the money for them. It is about getting the funding for them so they can give the students the education that they deserve, and that's where this funding comes from. Just to give you perspective, we told you that number earlier, 10,000. We had been hearing maybe 5,000 people would be out here today. That number doubled. The Department of Public Safety believe nearly 10,000 people are out here. And I want to bring you around this way. We've got some of our crew out here, but Gervais Street, Dakota, if we could go out here to the street. Gervais Street, one of the main thoroughfares here in Columbia, they have shut down for nearly 2 blocks because of how many people are spilling out into the street. They are expecting in the next couple of minutes to actually take the signs from State House grounds to Gervais Street, so people are rallying behind them, getting their message across that these teachers need the funding, they need lower classroom sizes, less students in the classrooms. But you're taking a look at Gervais Street, again, one of the main thoroughfares here in Columbia, that is shut down because of the amount of people that are here. 10,000, nearly double what was expected.
Is this amazing to you or what, Michael?
Bill, I haven't seen it this crowded really since the battle flag was taken down off of State House grounds.
Really?
It was more crowded there, but I haven't seen it this crowded since then. Is where you can literally see a person. It is really not a place to walk. You're squeezing between people trying to get closer to these speakers.
You know, I've been here a long time, Michael, and I have never seen teachers rally like this. This is a first in my 45 years here. Thank you, Michael. State Representative Joe Jefferson of Berkeley County and State Representative Wendell Gilliard of Charleston County are joining us now. Representative Jefferson, what do you think about the rally?
Well, we're just so happy and we're pleased to see all these people here today. Teachers should have been here 3 months ago, but it's never too late. This is a beginning, hopefully a brand new beginning. We know that teachers are our backbone. They deserve everything and more. My wife teaches the first grade.
Well, congratulations to her.
I know how hard she works. I know all of the kids' names, by first name. And they're just a proud people, but they need more money.
They do.
Now, we've been trying to get them more money for the last 15 years.
What's the problem?
Well, the problem is we can't get everybody on board. We have not been able to get everybody on board. This is going to be a new beginning.
Representative Wendell Gilliard,
yes.
You support these teachers too, don't you, Representative Gilliard?
Well, I'll tell you what, I agree with this march 1,000%, Bill. As you well know, Jefferson and I and many other people, we've got bills that's pending now in committees that would address issues around safety.
Right.
more resources, and of course, pay wages. We have to stop this exodus of our fine educators going to North Carolina and Atlanta.
So quickly, what can you do to get some of this legislation passed?
We need more people on our side. Like you're making history today. You can get the roll list, find out who's voting for you, and find out who's voting against you. The ones are voting against you, vote them out of office.
We got to run.
The servants. They are the voters.
Yes,
the
sir.
voters make the decisions.
That's right.
Thank you very much, both of you. Representative Jefferson, Representative Gilliard, always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, so that's the way it is here on the State House steps in Columbia. You see that sea of red? Thousands of teachers here from all across the state. Kyle, what a crazy scene this is. I've never seen it. I'll throw it back to you in the studio. I'm live at the State House in Columbia.
All right, Bill Sharp, quite the scene there in Columbia, and we will have much more coming up in just a few minutes. Rob Way is also there. He's been speaking with Berkeley County teachers today, and we are on your side throughout the day as we continue to cover this statewide teacher rally. Be sure to download the Live 5 News app, and you can get updates sent directly to your phone.
Well, we are seeing those warm temperatures out there. Continues to be warm as we head throughout the rest of the day. Good mix of sun and clouds out there. Temperatures right now in the low 80s. Feeling a bit muggy with that breeze out of the south right now at 11 miles per hour. As we head through the afternoon, could even get a bit gusty, especially closer to the coastline. So if you do have any plans for the rest of the day, heading out to pick up the kids, still warm around 4 p.m. into the low 80s by 8 o'clock tonight into the low 70s. Now we're dry now, but we'll be watching an area of low pressure that is expected to bring rain to the low country. So we have details on that coming up.
All classes are canceled at UNC Charlotte after shots were fired on the college campus yesterday. 2 people are dead and at least 4 have been injured. And the suspect, 22-year-old Tristan Terrell. Now, according to sources, Terrell made a full confession to the shooting while being questioned. Sources also say Terrell dropped all his classes last semester except for one, and he went to that anthropology class yesterday with a pistol. Officials say that officers were already in the area because of a campus concert. The 2 people killed have not been identified. As we continue to cover the all-out rally at the State House, take a look at this picture. This was the scene at the drop-off line this morning at Westview Primary in Berkeley County. To give you some perspective, it is typically packed around 7 o'clock in the morning. Not so much today. Thousands of teachers have called out of school, and they are in Columbia for the rally. And you're taking a look at a shot from the sky there, and you can see the State House in the background, that sea of red there in front of the State House. Bill Sharp is leading our coverage today. Bill, Michael mentioned it a little bit earlier. It is very reminiscent of the scene that we saw a few years ago when the Confederate flag came down.
Kyle, I haven't seen anything like that since then, and that was, I believe, in July of 2015. You hear them chanting behind me. The speakers are still going on. Then the marchers will go down Gervais Street, many of them with signs. Now, the Low Country is well represented here with the teachers from all over the state at this sea of red. Rob Way is covering Berkeley County teachers. I'm going to throw it to him in the middle of this crowd right now. Rob?
Bill, I am in that sea of red. Now, we actually wanted to learn how many Berkeley County School District teachers are here because you have 10,000 teachers from all across the state. We reached out to the district about that information, but the spokesperson for the district said they can't get it right now because they're actually teaching a K-5 class. So that gives you a little perspective about just how many teachers have come to Columbia today. One of those teachers is Megan Deutschman. She works at Sangaree Elementary School. So can you walk me through, I mean, just a sea of red, what's all this mean to you?
Yeah, so this has been crazy. Honestly, I look around and I just see a sea of red of unified teachers that are passionate, that are excited, that are tired of watching our state put our kids last. I think that the biggest part of today is seeing what a team that teachers want to be and could be with the state. I'm impressed with the turnout. I know you mentioned Berkeley County, and I know that we had around 800 to 900 absences, so I'm assuming there's about 600 to 650 teachers here from Berkeley, which is huge. I mean, this is unlike anything I've ever seen. This has never happened before, so I'm pretty amazed with what's going on right now.
Absolutely, and talking about Berkeley County, we saw them send out that second letter. I mean, what's the message you were getting from the district before coming here?
You know, I went to the board meeting last night and he talked about it, and Dr. Ingram really sat down and he gave a speech that felt like it was from the heart. He apologized about what was said and if anything was misinterpreted, and I accept apologies. That's just how I am with human nature, and I think everybody should be that way. But it was still kind of hurtful. I feel really disrespected by this statement. I wish that they had really just sat down and thought about what they were saying before they posted that to social media, because social media means it goes everywhere and everyone sees it. So I feel like the message that was sent with the original message was completely wrong. And I accept the apology, but I don't know. We've got to move forward as a district. We've got to do better.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me. Enjoy the rally and safe travels back to Berkeley County. Of course, we are going to be following all the latest here, but we're going to send it back to Kyle.
Welcome back, folks, as we continue our coverage from Columbia at the State House, where thousands of teachers, parents, even some younger children, students out there as well, supporting education in our state. Bill Sharp.
Yeah, Kyle, thousands of the teachers are still here behind me. They're listening to the speakers who have been going on now for about 2.5 hours. The rally has been here about 3 hours, and it's getting hot here on the Capitol steps of the Capitol in Columbia. In fact, you see people breaking out the fans. Some people have already left. The crowd is diminishing gradually, but still thousands are here, and when they hear something they like from a speaker, a roar erupts. Pretty much, as I said, like a football game. Our team coverage will continue live here at the State Capitol in Columbia. Coming up at 4, I'm Bill Sharp. I'll see you back here then.